After, you can open them if you want, and just bring the chin to the chest. One breath here, and slowly looking up. One breath, closing them out here. Back to the center. Look over to the right. And to the left. Good, and back to the center. Right ear to the right shoulder. So bringing the ear to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the ear. Good, and back to the center. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center, and again right ear, right shoulder. This time we can use our right hand on our left ear, just using the weight of the hand, so don't pull or anything. If you want, you can reach out to the side with that left hand. Slowly releasing. Left ear, left shoulder. And again, you can use the left hand on the right ear. Walk the fingertips of the right hand out. Good, slowly releasing, bring it back to the center. Chin to the chest this time, and rolling. Chin to the left and the right shoulder. Small half circles. Good. Now just rolling the shoulders forward all the way up to the ears. And down in front. 1, 2, and 3. And bringing them back up to the ears and down the back. 1, 2, and 3. Fingertips tips to the collarbones. Pointing the elbows. Big circles. 1. Slow it down. 2. And 3, and changing direction. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Reaching out with the arms, reaching out through the fingertips, and little circles. 1, 2, 3, and around. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just loosen out the arms. Just interlock the fingers here. Just moving from the wrists. And then changing direction for a few. Good. Here, inhale, reaching the hands up, reaching up through the fingertips. Big breath in. As we exhale, bringing the right hand to the left knee. The left hand reaches behind or to the ground. Keeping the spine long here. 2 breaths. Big inhale, maybe as you exhale, you can twist a little further. Good, slowly back to the center. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, left to the right knee. Right hand reaches behind. 2 breaths. Fill up. Exhale, releasing. 1 more, fill up the lungs. And exhale, releasing. Good, slowly back to the center. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, folding in front. Trying to reach the chest to the ground, leaving the chest fall all the way down. Inhale, slowly curling up through the spine, reaching the hands all the way up. Fill up the lungs slowly as you release, exhaling down. Inhale, slowly coming up. Fill up the lungs again and exhale slowly, folding over in front again. So then we'll walk the hands all the way over to the left, leaving the head and the shoulders fall down. Slowly all the way over to the right. And back to the center, and just take 2 breaths here when you're back to the middle. And in your own time, curling up the spine, coming up to that seated position again. I'm going to go over into our tabletop. So just flip over. We're going to have our wrists underneath our shoulders, and knees underneath the hips. Good. So just fixing yourself. From here, pushing into the ground, pushing with each finger away and the palm of the hand. We're just going to make little circles here. So the elbows are straight or a small bend, and the circles are coming from the shoulders. So releasing that pressure and then bringing a small bit of pressure back again into the hands and the wrists. Good. Changing direction, about 3 or 4 will do here. Good, and if you want, you can point the fingertips back towards you on the right hand and then the left hand. And here it is an intense stretch, so just watch it on the wrists. If you really want, you can move around a small bit or just hold it here. It's an intense stretch anyway on the forearms. Slowly release one hand and then the other. Sit back on the heels for a second. Interlock the fingers again. Just loosen out the wrists. And around the opposite direction. Shake the wrists out. Good. So go back to our tabletop position here. Again, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll go straight into it. So right hand and left leg. Inhale, reaching forward. Reaching through the fingertips. And exhale slowly back to the start. Good. Left hand and right leg. Inhale, reaching forward, pushing through the heel and the fingertips. Exhale slowly back to the start. Good. Again, right hand, left leg. Inhale, reach. When you reach the top of your inhale, hold for a second. And then slowly exhaling back down to your tabletop. Good. Left hand, right leg. Inhale, reaching it forward. Filling up the lungs. Holding for a second at the top. And slowly releasing back down. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale, reach. Right hand, left leg. Inhale, reaching forward. This time 2 breaths, holding it at the top. Reach through the heel and the fingertips. That's 1. And 2. Slowly back down. Good. And last one. Left hand, right leg. Inhale, reach. Filling up the lungs. Holding it at the top for 2 breaths. One. And 2. Slowly back down. Good. So let's walk the hands a small bit in front here. Just a few inches in front, and point the fingers out at like a 45-degree angle. Tucking the toes under. We're going to go to our first down dog. Pushing the hips up high and looking back towards the feet. Again, fix the hands and the feet here. You can have a bend in the knees to the first one as well, especially first thing in the morning. From here, let's just walk on right on the spot, dropping one heel down to the ground, and then the other side. Any movement you need. You need to look under the shoulders. Again. And then just find some stillness for one breath. Just connect to that breath again. Leave the heels drop down. From here now, little movements just from the hips. Just rocking the hips to the left and the right. Maybe feel it in a different spot. More on the hips or the calves. Good. Your next inhale, look in between the hands. For the first one, we'll just walk it to the top of the mat. As many steps as you need. Hands to the shins, flatten the back, look forward. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweeping the hands up. And exhaling, hands by your sides. Good. Just loosen out the legs here and the arms. So heel toe the feet apart. Wider than shoulder width apart. Good bend in the knees. Hands on the hips. Inhale, chest out, shoulders back. And exhale, folding in front. From here then we can leave the hands drop down to the ground. So you have the feet up nice and wide. Good bend in the knees. And grounding through that inside arch of the foot. So leave the head and the neck hang loose. No tension in the upper body. We can grab the elbows or fold the arms and just sway side to side. Getting into that left and right leg. And then leaving the hands drop down again. And if you're feeling good, you can straighten the knees a small bit, wherever you are today. So 2 more breaths here, big deep breaths in and out of the nose. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, releasing. One more, inhale, filling up the lungs. And exhale, releasing. Inhale, bending the knees and slowly curling all the way up the spine. Very slowly. In your own time, good. And come to the top of the mat, bring the feet together. And just take 2 breaths here, so palms facing away from you, feet together and standing up tall. So Tadasana, mountain pose. 2 breaths, inhale. And exhaling slowly. One more. And exhaling slow. Good. So we're going to do 3 sun salutations. Get us really warmed up. So inhale, reaching the hands up, looking up to the fingertips. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, planting the hands down and stepping back to your high plank. We'll hold it for 2 breaths here. Drawing the belly button into the spine, inhale. And exhaling. One more. And exhaling slowly, lower to the knees for the first one. Elbows hug into the ribs. Lower all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lifting the chest a small bit for your cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Tucking the toes under, planting the hands down. Pushing the hips up high. Again, fixing the feet here, whatever movement you need. 3 breaths. One more breath. Inhale, look between the hands. Step or hop to the top of the mat. From here, hands to the shins, flatten the back, look forward. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up, reaching up. And a big exhale, hands by your sides. Good, that's one, we have two more. Inhale, sweeping the hands up. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, hands to the shins, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, planting the hands down and step back to your high plank. Holding it here. Exhale, either low into the knees or a full, it's like a half push up, elbows hugging into the sides. Untuck the toes, inhale, up dog. Chest is out, shoulders back. And exhale, rolling over the toes, pushing the hips up for your down dog. Again, fixing the hands on the way and the feet. 3 breaths now. Try not to move at all. Try to just concentrate on the breath coming in and out of the nose. Looking back towards the knees. You should be able to hear your breath now. Your next inhale, looking between the hands, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat. Hands to the shins, flatten the back as you look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up. Reaching up, filling up the lungs and exhaling, hands by your sides. Good, let's go one more. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, flatten the back, look forward, hands to the shins. Exhale, planting the hands down, step back to your high plank. Hold it here. Drawing the belly button into the spine. Inhale as we exhale, lowering halfway down for your chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Inhale, up dog. Pushing the tops of the feet into the ground. Exhaling, push the hips up, down dog. Last one, 3 breaths. Again, tune into that breath. Let's go one more breath. Slowly lowering the left and the right knee down to the ground. Walking the hands to the top of your mat. And the knees out wide. You will sit back on the heels for your child's pose, leaving the forehead drop down to the mat. Here, walking the 2 hands all the way over to the left and sit back onto the heels. And all the way over to the right, sitting back on the heels again. And back to the center. And slowly coming up in your own time. There, just swinging the feet to the left and around. Let's take one forward fold here. So big bend in the knees to the first one, toes are pointed back towards you. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And exhale, folding in front. Either grabbing onto the ankles or your mat, your feet. Inhale, reach the hands up one more time. Straighten the knees a small bit. Exhale, folding in front. Stay for 3 breaths. Good, and slowly coming up, just shaking out the legs. Just come a small bit towards the front of your mat. Now bring your knees into your chest. Good. Tuck the chin to the chest if it's comfortable. You're going to roll back. Make a ball, roll back, keep the chin up. Good. Now bring the knees to the chest in small circles. And change in direction. Good. So one happy baby pose before we go to our Shavasana. So grabbing the outside edges of the feet, or you can grab the big toe with the thumb and first 2 fingers, and then any movement you need. Straightening one leg, bending the other, move the feet together or out wide. Any movement you need to get into the hips or the hamstrings. And last time, bring the knees to the chest, chin to the chest, squeeze in as tight as you can, hold it, squeeze, squeeze, 1, squeeze, 2, squeeze, 3, and releasing into your Shavasana. Leaving the hands and the feet fall out to the side, palms are facing up. You can get a pillow here if you want for under your lower back or your head. Or you can put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and just tune in with the breath. Whatever you're doing, just tune in with the breath all the time. If the mind begins to wander, just bring it back to that breath each time. These are the last few minutes. So enjoy them for yourself. Keeping the eyes closed and concentrating on the breath. Don't move a muscle in the body yet. Do a quick body scan, moving through each part. Starting with the toes. each toe, the left and the right foot, the left and the right ankle, the calves and the shins of the lower legs, front and the back of the knees, the quads, the hamstrings, all the way up to the hips, the lower back, tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way up to the shoulders, the stomach, to the chest, the front of the shoulders, all the way down to the fingertips on the left and the right hand. Any tension's been released out of the fingertips. All the way back up to the neck, to the crown of the head, to the ears. The eyes are gently shut. The breath softly coming in and out of the nose. The mouth is not clenched, it's gently closed. Just bring a little awareness to the body. Again, without moving a muscle, just bring the awareness to the fingertips. Now just bring the awareness to the toes. Now just give a little wiggle to the fingers and toes. Small movements. And now to the ankles and the wrists and the knees and the elbows and the shoulders. Maybe gently moving the neck to the left and the right. Chin to the chest. The knees to the chest. Or reaching overhead. Any movement you need. When you're ready, you're rolling either to the left or the right side, using your upper arm as a pillow. Stay here for 1 or 2 breaths. When you're ready, using your top hand, push you up into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Bring the hands together. Just bowing. Namaste.